Hello, good morning. How are we doing today? Okay, the first thing is I totally agree, Cranko. It is too cold to be awake today. Where I am right now, the weather, why am I talking? I'll talk about the weather. Is like some days it's like 80 degrees and some days it's like 40 degrees. Um, and it's jarring because you just never know what you're supposed to do. Um, Looks like all the usual players are here. um, Keiko says, I'm first confused why the stream is happening 12 p.m. my time, but then I remembered US has time clocks switch next week. Yes. I think it is next Saturday, I think is when the time changes. Um, for me, for it goes from the CDT to the CST. So I don't know what time that will be, but just a heads up, the times will be changing. Um, how are we all doing? What are we all working on? I am working on something new. Are we all shocked? I mean, not really, because you probably kind of gathered that I would be working on something new, not the book I already finished, you know? Um, hey, Emma, just popping in. Um, have fun at class, right? It's going to be 11 p.m. No bottled water. Oh, Meredith's also writing something new in New Scene. Okay, thank you for commenting on the thumbnail, Margot. It felt like the thumbnail Alyssa is judging me for not writing. It's very motivating. Um, okay, it's 4 a.m. for Laura, and I think it's 4 a.m. for you, Margot. And I think if Kokoro's here, I don't know if Kokoro's here, but it's usually 4 a.m. for those people too, which is wild. Which is wild. But I am sad that the time change means we will be losing some of you, but or just changing things around. Ba-ba-bum-bum. Haven't watched the stream yet. Well, there's also a vlog coming out today. I was hoping to get it up tomorrow, but then I was like, Alyssa, what if you like slept for it and just like chilled out and like had a moment, you know? So that will be coming out, I think, 8 a.m. Central Time. It's a juicy one, as per usual. I don't know. Art Office is working on the shiny shiny. Love to see it. My stomach hates me from stress, so it woke me up. Oh no, Laura. I hope you feel better, but I'm glad you're here. Also, Laura, okay, we need to go back to the top of this chat when Laura said, I just finished writing an 1,800 word horror story about someone being dissected alive by a man who wishes there was their lover. Want a beta read it. So I feel like we have all misunderstood what I write. But this does sound really interesting and terrifying because you write horror, right, Laura? When I say I write thriller romance, maybe this is not why you said this, but I'm not writing about this kind of romance. Anyway, um, oh, Coco, I don't know why I thought it was 4 a.m. for you. Oh, right, right. Okay, this is what's happening. I think at some point, Kokoro was traveling and in Korea. So, um, packing for a road trip. Just wanted to listen to the vibes while I prepare and sleep early. Well, you're always welcome to be here for the vibes. And yeah, Meredith, the thumbnail was in response to the shenanigans on Friday. That was diabolical behavior. If I don't submit this assignment within the next 26 hours, I owe my friends $20. Okay, well, bottle of water, you will be finishing it today or tomorrow. I don't know, whenever. It's like 11 p.m. though. Maybe go to bed. I don't know. But also finish it. Um, Laura writes all kinds of horror. Love it. Listen, I feel like we have all misunderstood my new book, which honestly I haven't even outlined it yet. So do I even understand it? Frankly, um, it is not really okay. Well, I'll just let you believe that for now. um. Anyway, I feel like it was a mistake to tell you all that I write that my next book is like a kidnapping book because it is Project Sunshine. Um, Listen, Meredith. Yes, I am planning to outline it in 3 days and then draft on the first. I'm actually thinking this might be a short book. It's a lie. It's no way. But I don't think it's going to be as complicated as Gas Station. Gas Station was just is whatever is so there's just so much going on. Like it was a dual POV romance and like it was connected the whole time, but both of the characters had like completely separate arcs. Like they each had all of this stuff going on. And while that is still going to be true for Project Sunshine, the thing that's going on is the same thing, just from a different side of the coin, you know? Also, what are you hooligans doing in this chat right now? So I think it's going to be much simpler, um, and hopefully maybe shorter because, girl, I can't do the 90K again. There's too much. Also, I realized as I was finishing the book, there's like 7 finales to that book, which is a journey. Anyway, missed the previous stream. What's the new project about? Listen, um, eh, that's the question. I will know more after we outline a little bit more, but on a basic level, it is about an optimist who gets kidnapped. So yeah, um, there are no triathlons. Well, maybe she's like a triathlete. I don't know. She's running for her life. One day I will write a triathlon thriller. Okay. Yes, 7 finales. It just kept ending. It was just like, it was just so much was happening. And it was too much for me emotionally. Because when I outlined it, I was like, well, each of them needs to have their own 5 act finale. Which, and for what, frankly? This is funny because I'm starting a positivity challenge in the next few months. Listen. And see, okay, here's the thing. I don't really know the flavor of it yet. I don't know if it's a comedy. I kind of would like it to be. I don't know. Hey, Duke of Denver. Hello from court. I hope it goes well. I hope you win your case. Unless you're like one of those lawyers who has to defend someone that you know is guilty and you like secretly want them to lose. Although I don't know if you would be allowed to think that, but like so that either way, I hope your court goes well. I hope justice is served. Anyway, Alyssa, I did the same thing with my 3 POV characters, tried to do a save the cat for all of them, and now it's like a plot salad. That's like it for the most part. The book was very like it. I'm actually very happy with where it is now, but it's like at the ending, like the ending third of the book, my 2 characters are separated, so they each need to go through it emotionally and physically and spiritually and physically. Emphasis on the physically. Okay. I don't know what this means, Duke of Denver, but yeah. Okay, let's get a clock up here. I am during these sprints, I have the trusty dusty save the cat. And I'm going to just start outlining Because remember, I have like a plot, a general vibe. I have like a beginning, a middle, and half of an end, you know? I also do need to make some characters. LOL. Okay. I'm going to get a clock up, everybody. I know you don't want to write, but we're going to do it. You, I promise. Okay. I don't know what's going on, Craig. Okay. The outlining in 3 days is stressing me out. Listen, I think it'll be fine. I edited 10 chapters in one day on Saturday. I can outline a book in three. Right. Right. It's fine. Okay, well, I better get started. I'll see you in 25 minutes, everybody. Go write. And yes, Lord, it's okay if you share some snippets, but everyone in the chat needs to write first so you can share them as a reward for everyone writing for 25 minutes. Okay, bye. All right. That is sprint number one. How did we do, everybody? It looks like Laura put in some of her story. I'm not going to read it out loud due to time constraints. Also, it looks disturbing in a good way, question mark. But feel free to give that a read. Ended up just kind of setting everything up. Like wrote out all the beats of the Save the Cat, did a little bit of character arc, just like clarifying what their overall character arc is, and then started getting things going. So I'm through the catalyst. I'm a little confused as to where the story is actually going, but that's what outlining's for, right? Miley did not write, but made breakfast and tea, which I love that you start your day that way. That's so cute. Not cute. That sounds condescending, but like just very pleasant and nice. Krako says, I actually think I wrote more for my notes than I usually do, so I should get an extra treat for not having to write more. I mean, do what you want, Krenko, but Meredith says, I wrote a couple hundred words, wrote a to-do list for the week, panicked and had an existential crisis, checked my emails, slay. That's a Monday morning. That's pretty accurate. I haven't made all my lists for the week yet. And there's a lot of things to do. There's a lot of things to do. 156 words here, trying to settle into a scene that I'm not super familiar with. Awesome, Caitlin. For this assignment, I have to write a script and analyze it, and it feels eerily like revisions. Yeah. Start a new chapter, sprint really fast. That's exciting. Margot says, just notes for me, but I plead 4 a.m. You know what? I will take the 4 a.m. plead every day. Girl, do you just wake up with these sprints? Because that is so early. No, you're right, though. I don't know. That's wild. Is it still going to be 4 a.m. for you when the time changes, Margot? I think, does California do the time change? That's where you're at, right? Anyway, I need the whole week off of my day job to do all this. Anyone want to pay me for absolutely nothing in return? This is next week. I'm on PTO. I just like took like a week off to write. Yeah, not the whole like Monday through Friday, because when you take a whole Monday through Friday off, it's impossible to get back to work effectively. But I took like, I don't know, like Wednesday to Tuesday or something. It was the equivalent of a full week though. So if you want to do that, but you work for a small business. So I don't know. I don't think I have any PTO left. Yeah. And like really it's like very irresponsible for me to be using this much PTO when I don't really need to, but I make the rules. Yes, but I love routine. I get this too, Margot. Do you go to bed at like a reasonable time, or are you one of those people who sleeps for like 2 hours? Okay, not to go on a tangent, but here we are. Did you guys know? I saw this on TikTok, so it's super reliable. But all the studies that said like, oh, like you need to like 8 hours of sleep, 6 to 8 hours of sleep. All of those studies were done on men, shockingly. And so they did a new study for women, and women are supposed to get 8 to 10 hours of sleep, but like mostly 10. And I was like, girl, what? I think I'm usually hitting like 8 consistently. But I was like, oh, it's like 10 days left for the year. I mean, that's not horrible. I mean, it's not a lot though. And PTO, I think it depends on how your company works, because mine is like accrued based on how many like every month I accrue 2 more PTO days essentially. And so it like you just build them up over time at my company and you can like roll them over into the next year. But anyway, yeah, you saw the 8 to 10 hours thing and screamed at the phone screen. This is so real. I haven't gotten 8 hours in 5 to 10 business years. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. Like I consistently sleep 8 hours, and I have never felt more alive. Frankly, I say sounding super dead, but people always ask me. They don't, but sometimes they do. Like, how do you get so much done? And I'm like, well, I drink 70 million gallons of water a day. Like I drink so much water, and I sleep for 8 hours. I also am very fortunate to have like a pretty good like health. I'm like good health wise, so like that is a big factor. Not everybody, that's not the case for everyone, but frankly, everyone go to sleep. The end. Um, Peer reviewed. I get about 8, so that sounds valid. Now that it has started to get dark so early, I'm sleeping at like 8. This is see real. When it goes to when it's the dark, oh wow. When it starts to get dark at 8 p.m., I'm like, might as or 6:30. Sorry, 6:30 p.m. I'm like, might as well just go to bed. IDK, I think there's got to be individual variation. Yeah, I think it's also like what your body gets used to. So I think you're probably fine. Meredith says, I literally cannot sleep for 8 hours in a row, even if I'm in a pitch black room by myself. And see, I think it's also like our bodies like adapt to their environment too. So if you've gotten yourself used to 6 hours and you can function on that. Anyway, it's the going to bed part for me. I get major FOMO, even though everyone in my life goes to bed at like 10. Yeah, it was an adjustment. It honestly took like 6 months to get into the routine of actually going to bed at 8:30 because otherwise it's like, what are you doing? Everyone is still awake. But did I say 6:30? I'm at 8:30. The problem is I hardcore procrastinate going to bed and waking up. I have so much inertia. It's a good way to put it. Well, but this is the other thing about this is if I stay up past like 9, I'm so tired. Like if I on like Friday night, I'm like going out having a good 9 p.m. I'm falling asleep at the bar. Anyway, not that I'm like going out. I haven't even gone out to a bar in like 2 months. Okay. All right, everybody, let's do another sprint while I still can. See, oh, sorry. I've also heard this. Like, I come alive at 10 p.m. If I go to sleep. I have to go before then or stay up till 2. Girl, I'm very cool. Yeah. And I live in the the thing to do around here is go out to the bars on the weekends. But not really. I think that's changing. Enough chitter chatter, everyone. It's time to write. I will see you in 25 minutes. Okay, bye. All right. That's number 2. How goes it, everybody? Let me get a little more light for us. Oh, okay. Um, hey Devin, good to have you here. Hey Angel. Malin, I'm not sure if you're still here, but that was the last sprint. We do 2 sprints typically in these. Um, Sometimes if I'm feeling jazzy, we go for a third, but it's like once in a blue moon. Um, Looks like Kokoro finished packing up. Have a great trip, Kokoro. Angel, I don't know what my faces do. I'm gonna be so real. Usually I'm listening to something depressing. Or at least like mellow, you know? And I have no facial control, so it could have been really anything, frankly. I spent a little bit of time working on the outline, but I'm also just trying to not overdo it. So I read a little bit too. Um, I have the thing about it is like I can do some outlining once I start drafting. Like it doesn't all need to happen before November. I would like it to, and I actually think I can like finish it at a slower pace in these next 3 days. But I just I've been like hashtag grinding for like 2 months on this revision, like really intensely. So I'm trying to be a little more casual and chill. Who is she? Ba-da-bum-bum. I battled my cat for the ability to write words and succeeded. Love. Miley finally started to prep for my story for November because for some reason she thinks it's okay to arrive this Friday. That is so real. I guess I have 4 days to outline this book, but still, it is banana behavior. Angel says, this is one sentence from the novel I told you about. As the CEO of one of the essential racing companies, the man's only wish was to have a stable marriage like his parents had. Could a nanny help? Okay, Angel, I am obsessed. Thank you and good night. Caitlin hit 27K in the WIP, which is awesome. Awesome progress. That's a significant, you're a significant way into that thing. Ian had to do my job for a bit. Rip. Not much writing progress, but October has been too short. Agree. Here's the thing about water. I don't really use Discord. Um, and I have been thinking about it. I think for the next month, I'm gonna be a little too busy to like check in on a Discord, you know? Um, and I actually think I'll probably be live like more often, whether here or on other people's channels. So I'm hopeful like that will help us all kind of stay connected as being present on just live more and also lot of content. But I have been thinking about a Discord though. I've been talking with some of the author tubers in this space about like maybe we could do some sort of joint one because I feel like there's a lot of crossover. Um, but I don't know yet. So that's more I think in a little bit more distant of the future. um, but yeah. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you guys for streaming, for being here on the stream is what I meant to say by that. And I will I have a video coming out in about 45 minutes. So, oh, it looks like CK Jensen has been talking about making one. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm a little out of it, but I will see you guys very soon. Make sure to check out that video because it is it was a labor of love to make. So, anyway, I'll see you soon. Bye.